Hello, Kyle. You spotted Kyle out of the corner of your eye going down the hall earlier, and weren't going to say anything, but you saw it. Nice hickey. What the F are you talking about, man? Kyle twists to follow your step, but he can't quite get a good view of his own neck. There's no hickey. There is, clear as day, absolutely for sure a hickey, right on his jugular. Impossible to miss. Ah, a vampire fed on him, so it is entirely possible that he is a ghoul or he's a vampire. Either way, it's hard to tell. Probably ghoul, if he's being fed on. So Kyle continues to be cagey as hell. Cool. This is unusually twitchy, even for him. You try and lie to me all you want, but even the big guy saw it. I heard him whistle at you earlier. Better hope that shit fades before you make your way back to house later, because otherwise you're going to pick up even more fines. Kyle raises his eyebrows, somehow simultaneously confused and skeptical. You're not planning on snitching on me. You shake your head. You know, Preston, that's technically against bylaws. Kyle sighs. Well, you know what they say. The better you dress, the worse you can behave. Which means I'll be fine. But I saw you wearing a snapback and muscle tank the other day when it was 40 degrees out, so I shudder to effing imagine what they do if they find out you were willing to bend the rules. He's joking, and the sarcasm is a little tense, but he does seem a bit more chill than he was even an hour or two ago. Maybe he's trying to apologize. Maybe he's trying to signal that he actually does kind of like you as a person. Who knows? So, who was it? You ever abandoned your sacred quest for another one equally fleeting? Who the F gave Kyle that mark? Doing the math, it had to be sometime between Janie's and now. Sometime between running interference for Vret and, okay, realistically, Yancey's disappearance. Because you didn't notice it earlier, though that doesn't mean it wasn't there. It could have been in the last hour, but that severely narrows down your list of suspects. Somewhere in that very short and messy time span, McKittrick found the time to screw around. You kind of have to respect the hustle. It's not your business, dude. Come on! Look, man, I don't kiss and tell. I'm not giving you a name. Okay. If it was here, the options are limited to a degree. But the people in this hotel who are not you, because you would totally remember it if it was you. There was no jungle juice tonight. The easiest two to rule out are Zane and the weird guy. Cal isn't into twinks. I know this seems a bit impersonal. Zane was doing gamer stuff all night, and if she didn't want to take a break from the grind to talk about a missing guy, she'd sure as heck didn't stopped on your boy Kyle's account. Unless it was a speed run. You do know she's a speedrunner, so wait, right, hang on, she's definitely gay. You saw her hooking up with that sorority girl when Brett dragged her to the party last Tuesday, and she owns 7 flannel shirts, and that's it. She tucks her flannels into her jeans. Yeah, no, she's never placed her mouth within 10 feet of a man. Anyway, you digress. Kira is mean, but some guys are into that. And then again, the hickey is right on his neck, so you highly doubt it's her by virtue of her being quite literally too short to reach. Means the most likely options are your 2 partiers, Jules and Brick. Maybe it is Jules. She goes to parties, she has fun, but you never heard about her shacking up with somebody, and besides, she and Cal were tight. They're homies. They play shooter games together. Brick, however, you'd say Dilfs get no love, but the man gets the most love out of everyone. Granted, he was the one that whistled at Cal earlier for the hickey, but you guessed it could be some effing 8-dimensional chess move. You've heard the guy F's. You've seen that guy F's. You wonder if Brett knows who it was. I made a mental note to grill him about it later. You can still rule people out, though. Were they at least, hot? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, you know that look? That's Kyle back at it again, on the spot. Yeah, actually, they were. They were really hot. Cool. His guard firmly down now. You can ask him about Yancey again. I still haven't heard from Yancey yet, since, you're about to ask. Damn. You could ask something else, or you could stick with the subject, roll with the punches, and maybe get, some more information that could conceivably be useful in navigating this suspicious frat BS. What about Vicky? Cal looks taken aback. Later this would be widely regarded as a bad move. Currently, though, all you feel is the distinct, yet vague sense that you're about to blow any progress you've made with him. I don't really talk to Vicky, and she doesn't really talk to Yancey. Wait, really? Yeah. She's Brett's girlfriend, though. Yeah, dude, she's Brett's girlfriend, not mine. I don't know, man. I assumed you three would be, like, tight and stuff, since you and Brett are so close. Don't know how to clear it up for you more, but, like, you definitely assumed wrong. Damn, trouble in paradise. Maybe that's the stick up his ass lately. He hates his best friend's girlfriend, but, like, it's his homie. And now that you actually think about it, Vicky has a pretty set-in-stone alibi for the whole thing. One of your friends in your buddy's sorority confirmed she's been helping them plan their winter formal all night, and that she went there straight from Janie's, and none of them have seen Yancy. So, like, in spite of your mob connections, she's probably not your culprit. Besides, Brett might be willing to cover for her, but you don't get that vibe at all from Kyle. Speaking of, so, like, is her dad actually a mobster? You didn't think it was possible for Kyle to look any more done with you, but you're all learning new things tonight. He doesn't like me. His politics are... Kyle sighs. Dated is a too polite way to put it, but mostly he's just too coked out to care about people anymore. Callous? Check. Drug lord? Check. Probably racist? Also unfortunately check. But confirmation on Kyle's end solves the mystery of how Brett got involved in the first place. The real question is why Kyle agreed to get dragged into it when he doesn't even like Vicky. No way you can just straight up ask this. It's just impossible, so you won't. Damn, that's like some serious stuff, yeah? You know, a couple of the bros do the occasional line at parties here and there, but Vicky's dad sounds seriously off his rocker. Wild she managed to turn out so seemingly normal despite it. Kyle, however, sighs. Yeah, well, just don't go asking questions you don't want the answers to, man. I'm starting to think he might have a point, and you've probably got grilled Kyle enough. Maybe you can ask Jules if she knows who gave the man his hickey. They're tight, and she's not bound by the bro code. Or better yet, you can just use this to try and actually get Brett to give you something of use. Okay. So, we need to find Kyle one more time. Right, I need to look around for him. Oh! They're in here. I didn't even need to stop my recording. I could have just kept going. The conference room door is closed. You can just make out two shapes through the glass window. It looks like Brett and Kyle are gossiping about something. Listen in? I mean, yes. Take a quick look around the hallway to make sure nobody's looking before gently leaning in. I think it's a bad idea. You don't have enough time. Oh, so they're up to something. Up to something. Well, tomorrow was date night with Vicky, so unless you want to tag along, okay, fine, tonight it is. Just don't talk about her while we're... I wasn't going to, but sure, message received. Okay, then. Okay. You can practically feel the awkward tension from here. Oh, wait, hang on, that's the face. The face Brett makes when he's having a thought. Okay, hear me out. Nothing bad happens when someone says, okay, hear me out. Oh god. Oh god. Ha, great, minds think alike. What if we just did it now? He sounds tentative, like he's not quite sure what response the question is going to get him. Better not. Brett looks disappointed. Interestingly enough, Kyle also sounds disappointed. Preston has been snooping around all night, like we could, but probably safer to wait till later. Less of a chance of getting caught. Ha! Ha ha ha! Oh, you were so right, they're up to no good, and God, they're going to figure out what vaguely criminal and totally secret things they're up to. Okay, literally, God, why can't he just stay where he's supposed to? Posted in the effing lobby. Yeah, so, to be perfectly clear, Brett has a lot of the guys on security detail. Each of you works like a night every other week or something. There's a rotation. You all get paid for it, and your parties have gotten better with the added cash inflow. You are technically supposed to be on reception duty right now. It's fine. In the year or so this has been a thing, you never, like, seen an actual guest. Granted, you've only been on the hotel staff duty for a couple weeks proper, which is like... Okay, so it was one shift, but you heard the rumors. He actually claimed there were a couple guests one night a couple months back, but he's full of S half the time. You gotta find him. Cal looks at Brett thoughtfully. You know, you'd always just tell him to stay put. Brett sighs. You're getting pretty good at that. It'd work. I don't know, I mean, I could. Right there, you'll give Brett a little credit for being just generally all-around persuasive guy with an unshakable aura of charisma, but like... Oh, they're talking about, using vampire powers to, like, command him to stay in the lobby. in which case he would not investigate and stuff. So, okay, I missed a little bit before, or I misunderstood a little bit before, but I guess he and his frat bros are all, like, security guards for this hotel. Like, they're supposed to stay in the lobby and make sure that, you know, people don't wander in that aren't supposed to wander in. And so he's on security detail tonight. But obviously he's wandering around looking for Yancey instead of doing security stuff. You don't like the implication you'll just do whatever he tells you to do. You will. I think it'd probably do him some good to get to know the place, though. Like, get him used to the freak show, you know? Kyle laughs. I'm serious. Maybe he'll ask something and get an answer that'll scare him into shutting up. And the problem is permanently solved. You really don't like the bold-faced statement that you're a problem to be solved. Like, they're clearly involved in shady stuff. They're sneaking around, now they want you out of the way. The problem is that it's not solved yet. I'm just saying, you in particular could stand to be a little more careful. I am careful. He keeps asking about you, our business, your business. To be fair, you are sort of sticking to your nose into their business. To be equally fair, their business is sus, and the severity of Kyle's tone is kind of starting to freak you out a little. Hey man, relax, it's gonna be fine. Kyle clearly does not think so. Relax. Brett's voice, while firmer in the second time, is equally gentle, and the sudden change in Kyle's demeanor is slightly jarring. He goes from gritting his teeth levels of tense to the kind of laid back you realize you barely see in the guy these days. He just got commanded to relax, and so he relaxed. You're right. You worried too much about me. Someone needs to. Not like I don't appreciate it, man. Yeah, I do, but you know I do, but, like, you know, I can take care of myself. I do know, I just... Brett nods. Too much time in the bubble. Yeah, I get it. Shit makes me feel more and more paranoid by the day. Yeah. The pair sit in silence for a moment. It's almost kind of sad. The defeat in Kyle's voice, the confession in Brett's. Kyle shuffles in place, turning to face the old windows anywhere but Brett's face. You know I'd kill for you, right? When he speaks, your blood runs cold. If I had to, I would. You shouldn't have to. Brett is the champion of taking weird, effing, horrifying confessions in stride because, on the surface, he doesn't appear fazed at all. But there's a cold fear in his voice that unsettles you almost as much as him. If it kept you from having to, I would. I just want you to know that. I said I was all in, man. I mean it. Yeah, okay, that's totally weirding Brett out. He's just sitting there staring at Kyle with this half-stoic, half-incredulous-looking look on his face, leg nervously bouncing just the slightest amount the whole 9 yards. Dots, I know. Come on, F it. Now? Meet me in my room in 10? I need to just check on some things first. Yancey really has been gone for a long time. Don't worry about Yancey. Yeah? I'll tell you later, but you don't need to worry about him. It's handled. I handled it. That sounds pretty effing definitive and pretty sus. Kyle's done something. You know this to be true. His behavior is simply unavoidably sus at this point. The best thing to do is to make yourself scarce before they realize your nose has completely broken the sound barrier with how hard you're stuck it to their business. Okay, so here's the lay of the land. Brett and Kyle are meeting in a few minutes in Brett's room for secret Brett and Kyle business that may or may not have to do with mob stuff and whatever the F Kyle might have done or not done to handle Yancey. You can go there now, get a jump on them before they show up, see if you can dig up any stuff that explains things. Brett only locks his door when he's inside, or at least that's how he does it in the house. Or you could wait, crash the meeting, get on the deets and whatever they have to talk about. Risk your approach, but hey, high risk, high reward, right? Besides, they're your bros. You have alibis for wanting to talk to them. It could work. What will you do? I don't know, actually. Crash it! You wait around a few more minutes pacing in the hotel, trying not to look too sus. Or catch the eye of either of your fellow bros until you're certain they're both in Brett's room. You make your way to Brett's door. This is it. This is really it. You crack open the door of Brett's room because there's only so much that eavesdropping alone can do for your investigation. Also because the light is definitely on and you don't hear any talking. No noise at all, actually. It's dead silent. The pair sit wordlessly on the frat's old third-best sofa that Brett somehow convinced everyone to move down the house's far stairs and across the damn city. Brett leans against the far side of the sofa and Kyle has Brett's wrist cradled between his hands, his lips pressed to the inside, head bowed. Kyle has Brett's wrist. Okay. I see. So what's happening here is, Kyle is drinking Brett's blood. And they were talking about, let's do it tonight, kind of thing. So either Kyle either was a ghoul and he's now a vampire, or he's now a ghoul. I don't know quite sure. He's somewhere in those lines there. So they both looked directly at the door because you were not exactly as quiet as you hoped you might be. I kinda want to joke about it. Damn, what's better than this? Guys being dudes. This explains a lot, actually. To start, where that hickey came from. Congrats, dudes. Dudes in question all about jump apart. Brett quickly snatching his wrist close to his chest. Kyle wiping his mouth with the sleeve of the shirt. What? Hello? Don't worry, man. I'll get it out of your hair. Sorry, just congratulations. Never thought you two would actually up and go for it. Just put on a goddamn sock on the door next time. This is his room? The door was closed. Why does he need to? Why are you here? He's practically sputtering. The dude is beet red. Jesus. Don't worry about it. Sorry for the interruption. I'll leave you to it. Brett really doesn't actually look too surprised. Damn, guy's unshakable. But then again, he didn't notice you were snooping around, so he's probably expecting this. He turns to Kyle, sighing deeply. I'll handle this. Kyle coughs, grinning awkwardly. What did you want? Some answers mostly, primarily about Yancey, but it's becoming abundantly clear there was no nefarious business up here, and perhaps none altogether. Maybe his friends are just weird. Weird around your place of choice, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Don't worry about it. No, I'm serious. Start talking, man. You've got... Brett pushes his lips together, checking the watch he wears on his other wrist. The wrist blessedly free from Kyle-related hickeys. About a maximum of 14 minutes and 30 seconds, but like, time's wasting, dude. What's in 15 minutes? I got stuff to do. Also, like, you did totally interrupt us, so it's sort of on you to explain why you came sneaking into my room. Look, dude, I was just trying to figure out what happened to Yancey. Okay, the implication that Yancey would ever be in my room by invitation is probably the gravest insult you've ever given me. Not like that, man. Come on. Sometimes it's hard not to be a little sarcastic when dealing with Brett. I figured he might have gotten hurt with your new friend's mafia stuff. Might as well lay all the cards out on the table. They say the middle of the night is best and worst time for honesty. Thought maybe it was you, you know, because you've both been cagey as heck recently. But, like, obviously, it was just a huge misunderstanding. Clearly. Yeah, I know, you just at the couch they're still sitting on, albeit now opposite ends. You know, hiding your whole thing from us. Thing? And he says that like there's the briefest moment of confusion because Kyle doesn't seem fully sure what you mean. Now that you think about it, isn't Brett still dating Vicky? But like, it's Brett, man. He'd never cheat on anyone. You're betting if anything, it's probably some poly thing going on. It's sort of on the DL, given Kyle's insane parents and whatever their whole thing with Vicky is, which is a whole other can of worms. I won't tell the others, don't worry, man. You're my homies. I wouldn't do that to you. Damn right. Kyle actually laughs at that, flashing Brett a knowing look. Brett returns it, raising his eyebrows. You suddenly feel a little more awkward. Better make your move and get out of here before it gets weird. So, Victoria, don't worry about it. Gotcha, fam. She knows. What was it gonna imply she didn't? Dude. Kyle interrupts you both, cutting through the BS to answer, perhaps, your original question. Yancey's phone died. Well, yeah, I figured since it didn't respond to our messages, but like, no, I mean, I was there when it died. Yeah? You left the charger on the hotel counter. Brick thought it was Zane's when he came down at like 7 or whatever. Okay. You know the big guy gets completely F beyond belief. I think a delivery broke it to annoy her. So like, the man wasn't effing kidding. Goddamn. Jesus. Brett laughs. You get used to it. He went to 8 to 12 when he realized... 8 to 12? Dude, how do you not know what 8 to 12 is? Legally distinct convenience store? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Right, yeah, sorry, continue. Anyway, he was kind of faded when he left. He probably got distracted in the chips aisle. For 7 hours? Dude, there's no way that could possibly take this long. Yeah, well, he had to walk over there. Okay, wait. Why did he have to walk? He owns a car. Cal snorts, pulling a ring of keys that are definitely not his out of his back pocket. You recognize the distinct bottle opener keychain that they gave away for free the first week of university, that Yancey was too cheap to replace. Too high to drive. Brett chokes back a laugh. I stole his keys. Okay, but like, Brett is clearly impressed and trying not to give away how funny he finds this entire situation. You agree, it's pretty funny that Kyle did this, but also like a minute ago you thought the dude was dead. Like in a ditch somewhere, which is distinctly less funny. You could have just given him like a ride, you know that, right? Kyle shrugs. He didn't ask. Harsh, bro. I was low-key pissed he drank my OJ this week, so he's not getting like any free favors from me until he can stop acting like an ass. Cal turns back to you, tired. He probably just went to crash with his sister or something. If he doesn't curse me out for it in the morning, then I'll help you look. No problem, man. Thanks for clearing that up. You get now why Kyle didn't want to explain it earlier. That night, kind of a dick move on his part as well, but like way less illegal. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Kyle turns back to Brett. I'll go over it with him again later, but you're not going to just let him... Yeah, no way, dude. Whatever they're talking about, Brett is full on agreement. Masquerade sort of supersedes any having to clear this up a second time. What? Long night. Everyone's been dunking on Yancey in the group chat for the last like half hour straight. He's going to be so pissed in the morning, but that's what y'all do. Give each other shite. As much as you sort of hate the guy sometimes, you're glad he's not missing. All's well that ends well. There's just one little thing that keeps throwing you for a loop. You went to ask Brett and Cal about the weird stuff you've been seeing, and Cal gave you the lowdown on everything, so it's fine. It's just, you can't remember exactly why you thought you'd find answers in Brett's room in the first place. Never mind why you decided to check there. Weird. Couldn't mean anything. You sure it's nothing to worry about? Ha! You know what? I'm pretty sure that if I like chose the other way, like, oh, is this blood? It would have been a lot more serious, and that by me choosing the, it's nothing. It's just two guys being dudes. That we ended up having the ending where I got to live. I'm pretty sure I would have died in another one. Oh, I like all this. All the like developers here are different vampire clans. That's cool. I don't know what Hakata and Banu Hakim are. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't know those ones. If I did, I think one of them is the one that eats other vampires. I think, but I could be wrong. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna try to get at least a couple more endings here. Although I'm pretty sure most of them are going to end up with me being dead. Mostly because, yeah, in that first ending with Zane, it's like, I died. That's just what happens. You die if you try to talk to Zane a lot. She kills you because she does that. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I'm going to try to get more endings. I will see you on whenever I next do that. Bye-bye.